speaker. Mark, you have 3 minutes. Just grab the mic there and go.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this country is in the middle of a civil war right now. Right now, we've got an administration in D.C. that has absolute disdain for the Constitution of this country, for our civil rights, for our liberty. And ladies and gentlemen, I am running for Senate for only one reason, and that is that I've had a nice life. If you'd asked me 18 months ago what I wanted most in the world, I'd say I want the world to leave me the heck alone, let me live out the rest of my life in peace and comfort, but the world has chosen differently. Ladies and gentlemen, our country hangs in the balance. If we don't do something immediately right now to save this country, to pull back our freedoms, we will not have this country again. It's not a matter of 10 years or our children or our grandchildren. It is the next 6 months to a year. You know, my wife and I had the opportunity to see close up and personal what happens when the left takes over and what happens when lawlessness and a culture of violence takes over and is not restrained by the government. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we all have in store for us. Think about what's going on right now in this country. We have the United States of America with a First Amendment, but we've got a president who announces a disinformation governance board run by a military organization, the Department of Homeland Security. We have, in a country that allegedly has a First Amendment guaranteeing free speech and freedom of association, we have a federal bureaucracy designed to censor us, to limit what we can say and hear and do. We've got a Department of Justice which has a task force designed to identify and track people that resist authority. What is this? This is an enemies list. We've got an FBI which calls moms and dads that want to participate in their kids' education domestic terrorists. This is no longer the country we grew up in. This is no longer a free America. I called the COVID-19 lockdown the final exam on American freedom. I always figured that at some point in our lives, FEMA would create some kind of full emergency and declare martial law and lock us all down and make us stay home and not go to church and not go to school and not go to work. But I figured they'd have to put a gun to our heads to make us comply. And then 2 years and a month ago, the government just asked, and everybody complied. What more proof could the federal government have of how absolutely cowed the American people have become, other than the fact that we are willing to stay home, lose our jobs, lose our life savings, lose everything we stood for, not be able to see our own parents or grandparents pass away in a nursing home. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a country, this is a government, this bold experiment in freedom we call the United States was the first time in the history of the world where a government was created from scratch for the purpose of protecting the people from the power of government, not giving the government power over the people. This is a government by the consent of the people. It's time for us to pull that consent back, say we'll be a free people, we will not be sheep, we'll be proud of our country, proud of our heritage, proud to kneel when we pray, and stand for the American flag. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, that was Mark Bukowski. Eric McElroy is here next, and he will give us 3 minutes.